A a key conversation to be had in relation to God and the universe and who is the most high and religion can very simply be explained through this ideology of the seed versus the descendant. So, depending on what you believe in, all beliefs are valid, all beliefs are real. Imagination is the seed of initiation, and it's how life as we know it descends from that initial thought, and how it manifests into matter becomes a 2D inference on the environment, and then just begins to take more and more form from there. So in relation to, is it the universe or Ra or God or Jesus or Mother Gaia or Allah, how does all of this work? It's every dimension, is every narrative, every seed has its own descendant of that story. So the universe is the infinite from the galactic perspective, and the descendant of that would then be the Galactic Federation that managed the law, the universal law, and ebbs and flow of space and time. That's the descendant from the universe. If we go to Christianity, then we have God. God is the ultimate seed, and then we have the descendant of that seed, which is Jesus, the disciple in physical form on earth to help repair and sacrifice himself for the betterment of humanity. Then we move along again and we talk about shamanism and what we worship, which is the earth. We worship Mother Gaia, the mother. The mother is the seed, the creator, and she has birthed the earth, and that's why we embrace ourselves in nature, sit on the earth's crust, put our feet into the earth and ground ourselves in the descendant of our mother, which is the earth, the flat earth. Yeah? What else do we have? Allah, also another descendant. Krishna, also another descendant. Kali Ma, Shiva, Hanuman, all the divine beings, another descendant. Archangels, another descendant. I can keep going all day with the ideologies of Horus and Palladians and Arcturians and the very different dimensional beings that exist. Because they actually all do exist across space and time, but always in the now moment. So in relation to that, all you have to do is look at the seed and understand the seed is always gonna sprout nuance. That's the best way to say it, isn't it? A seed is always going to sprout nuance. There's always going to be different things that come off of that seed. The roots start to come out, don't they? And there's all of these pieces that go in different directions and immerse the seed into something so much more. We're looking at the seed of a plant, and then the green first sprout, and there's another sprout. It's all coming, and then it's covering the seed, and we no longer see the seed. We see the plant itself, and then it evolves and evolves and evolves and evolves and evolves. Right then and there. That same seed could be a rose plant or a rose bush that also contains thorns, and then the divine flower itself, polarity at its finest. That's two constructs fighting against each other. If we wanted to say that was two opposing religions, that thorn versus that flower. Why are you so close to me in my dimension when you're so sharp and edgy versus my soft divine petals? How dare you be so attached and encompassing on my ecosystem? That's how you are in humanity, as we battle against what religion is the rightful God. But in relation to, we all came from that initial seed, didn't we? So I hope that when I do mention let's just pray, or I spoke to God, or in relation to God, that you understand and come back to this ideology of the seed that I've just cemented. Because it is the most important. And I say that in context to acceptance of all. Because I like to think that this philosophy doesn't take away, disgrace, or devalue any other belief system. I dream of a world where every belief system is not tarnished with the labels of pseudo. That's my least favourite word on the planet at this time, is pseudo. Every time we think something is invalid and correct, we pseudo it. Pseudo that, pseudo that, pseudo that, pseudo that. I mean, that's quite an attack on nuance, individuality, unique belief. I mean, what puts us in the position and the power to claim that that is nothing more than pseudo? You know, I would rather see a world where we flip that whole narrative on its head and we start allowing there to be more nuances within belief, and it not be a scary thing to perceive, but moreover an opportunity to marvel at the different variables that exist around us. We're all aware of variables, nuances. These are not variants. These are not new words I'm throwing out to the world. Oh my God, was that my cat? Okay, it's okay. I thought my cat just fell off the balcony, but she's just jumping quite high. But I'm going to let you all sit with that and just take a moment to perceive what it means to have genuine, unique belief that isn't infringed on. Because once again, at the age of 33, I have finally begun to start speaking my truth. And for as long as I can remember, my truth was pseudo. My truth was delusion. My truth was lies. My truth was mental health, potentially mental health concerns, or psychological well-being concerns, potentially. At least how I felt they would be perceived by the wider world. So with that in mind, without me coming through as bitter and resentful, like that vibration is gross, we never want to hold any kind of bitterness of past. So I'd be clear when I say I'm in love with and overjoyed to have been able to sit in that energy for the years in which I did, because now it reveals something within me, I guess, that's unwavering. And no matter how much obstacles and challenges I've faced as a result of my unique belief systems, they wouldn't dare leave me. And it's brought us to the now moment. And I pray, once again, that's why we've affirmed God today, because I do pray that this leads to so much more health and wholeness. And I can only imagine if I'm sitting on this and these ideologies and these relations with the higher, and when I say the most high as well, I don't use that in the normal context, but I mean the most high in that now moment. My most high when I pull on that thread, because there are threads everywhere and I can go absolutely into any lane. But when I pull on that thread there, that's the most high for me in the now moment in regards to what my objective is. Why am I being swayed in this direction? What inferences have happened throughout the day in my life? Or what is my higher self guiding me towards that I'm now over here being pulled towards this thread of the absolute most high? Yeah? That's not also in relation to God, but it is in relation to source. Do you get it? Which source is the encompassing element and energy that can account for absolutely every construct of the Big Bang Theory, life as we know it, the start of time. We'll be back soon with some more to share.